Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Dark Souls Remastered. I've decided what I'm going to do today, and it's going to be a sad episode. Probably a fairly short episode as well, if I were to hazard a guess. But, it's time for us to take on the doggo. I often leave Sif till quite late in the game. But since I've already done the DLC, and I've already saved him in the past, we get the additional cutscene that you get there, which is quite cool, and I want to show that off. Also, unfortunately, we need to defeat him to actually beat the game, so I'm going to have to do it at some point or another. I figure, why not now? I'll see whether I leave this run in. I may actually just cut and be at a better bonfire. Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I'll cut and I'll be at a more appropriate bonfire. Alright, and we're back. So I am at this bonfire here, which is the one that was behind the secret wall in front of this glowing door here. And to get through this door, you need to have the... whoops. I've been playing Breath of the Wild. I've got back into it since I saw the E3 presentation with Breath of the Wild 2, so it really got me into it. But as such, I have switch controls in my head, so A and B are backwards in my head, which could end up being a problem, I suppose, but it's fine for now. To get in here, you're going to need the Crest of Artorias. Here. Crest opens sealed door in the heart of the forest. This crest opens a door in the Darkroot Garden, sealed by ancient magic. The door leads to the grave of Sir Artorias the Abyss Walker. Many adventurers have left for the grave, but none have returned, for they make easy prey for local bandits. With such dangers, the crest can do more harm than good in the hands of the uninitiated. Once you have that, you can go into here. That, by the way, can be bought off Andre, the blacksmith. It cost, I think, 20,000 souls. But this allows you to go into this area. Now, there are a lot of things that can kill you in this area. I'm going to run straight through it. This path that I'm about to show you is probably the easiest path to run through this whole area. You will hear guys chasing you. For the most part, ignore them. Bandit is probably the biggest problem. Once you get into here, just smash the A button.
Is it not thou?
Alright, sweet. They give up if you talk to Olvina. This cat, who we've also seen.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication.
I've been invaded.
Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. I see. A result most heathenish and gross. Then there is nothing more to say about this tedious reckoning. Begone from here. Pernicious caitiff.
Alright. Bridge fight. What? That's better. Alright. I just didn't take damage, apparently. Oh, down I go. I was happy to die there. I didn't want to, like, leave the guy hanging, especially since he did a backstab and I took no damage. No. I don't want to indict him. yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. Would he backstab me? Interesting. But you see Alvina there, I was talking to, and I was kind of slightly distracted because there was an invader there. Luckily, he waited for the dialogue, which is very nice of him. But essentially what she was saying is don't go and desecrate the grave of Sir Artorias. And in reality, she's kind of protecting Sif there more than anything else. Because she's friends with Sith, they like each other. I'm no longer human, so I can't get invaded here. Once again, I think...
Begone from here.
Are you gonna make me kill you? Ugh, go away. They just had to chase me, didn't they? But, as you can see there, I told her no. Doing so makes her hate me. It's fair enough. If you say yes, you get the chance to join her covenant, which is probably a good idea in all honesty. This is quite a good covenant, but as I said, Dragon Bros for life on this playthrough, so that's what we're going to do. It actually opens up a trader as well, I believe, that you can't get any other way, which is Shiva. Also, the only way to get the Dark Woodgrain Ring is to actually join that covenant, then betray them, which is kind of funny. This stone armor will come in later. It's quite good against Nito. That's why I didn't decide not to fight Nito yet, because I didn't have that armor. But this area here, there's a bunch of mushrooms. There's also a... Back in that other area, there is some items, but from memory, nothing particularly of note. This area, however, has some kind of nice items. Most notably, there is an ember that allows you to upgrade to some type of weapon. I can't actually remember. This over here is where those cats are. We've come through this area before. I think. I'm pretty sure. Did I kill the cats in this playthrough? I may not have. That may have been a different playthrough. Because I have done a different playthrough in this game thus far. I played through and did the Dark Wraiths, so I possibly came through that way first. These guys hit like a Mack truck. So don't get hit by them, would be my suggestion. Case in point. I was doing that just to illustrate that you shouldn't get hit by them. It's not like I accidentally really got hit or something. I don't know if you can backstab them. Nope. See, I have like a non-trivial amount of health here and armor, and even still, they can do some pretty significant damage to me. But he goes down. In reality, you don't really have to kill them. After you do kill them, these little guys will attack you. I take it back, they don't. These little guys can attack you, they run and sort of jump at you, but all of the time they'll leave you alone. Can I grab this? I don't want to kill you, but I will. You usually have to kill at least one of them to get this treasure, otherwise you die. Give me this, please. There we go, the Enchanted Ember, that's what gets you enchanted weapons. Which are weird. They're kind of like magic weapons, but not. They do magic damage, I believe. I've never actually used one. I made one once, but I've never used one. Also, this may look vaguely familiar to you, and that's because... you can't get me from there. I indeed didn't kill the cats in this playthrough, but there are some cats here. I can get him to chase me, I might be able to kill him. Ow, don't bite me. Don't bite me, bro. There's another one up on this hill. Alright, that's one down. I may as well kill them since I'm here. There is another one up on this hill somewhere. There he is. Oh, oh, there's three. I forgot there was three. I should be safe here though. Honestly, I thought there was two. Well, that one's an idiot. Alright, that's one down. One more to go. Should be easy. Alright, cool. Taking on one, fairly easy, particularly if you have an upgraded weapon. Taking on more than one can get difficult. But for reference where this is, by the way, also I don't think those guys respawn, so after they're dead, they're dead. This here is the bridge and ladder that will lead you down into where the Hydra is. Down there was where the Hydra was that we had to kill to get to Dusk. So that's the waterfall there. The ladder goes up, then there's a bridge. You can walk along the bridge and get to this ladder. There is some stuff up here as well, I believe. I didn't want to go down this ladder. There is some stuff up there as well, but I'm less interested in that. I think what I'm going to do now is just take on Sif. As sad as it's going to be. It's the worst fight in like video gaming history, because it's really, really sad. And then they introduced the DLC where you can save Sif as a puppy, and they made it sadder. One, because you have memories of Sif, and two, they actually add a cutscene to commemorate that he has memories of you. So, you know, just a real punch in the gut, but nevertheless, it's a mandatory fight, unfortunately. Having said that, it's not a particularly difficult fight, and I think I'll use Power Within just to speed up the process. But, oof. Tears ahead. Most definitely. Imminent sorrow. Oh, so true. You don't need anything to get into this door, by the way, so you can come that back way around if you don't want to spend the 20,000 on Artorias' seal, Artorias' crest, rather. Having said that, it's, you have to go through those cats. So if you're lower level, and really the only reason you wouldn't want to buy the crest of Artorias is if you're a lower level, and it's a lot harder to get past those cats. But let's go. And yet we must fight. Ow. That audio desync there, by the way, was on my end? I don't know what the hell was going on with that. Don't do the big attack. Ow. Just roll into him for pretty much all of his attacks is how you beat him. I want to take him out quickly because I don't want him to limp. Because it makes me very, very sad. If you get him down to, there you go, Papa. Go to sleep. Covenant of Artorias is what we need, and we also get the soul of Sif. As well as a humanity and a Homer bone. But that there, I think, is probably one of the saddest boss fights in... Definitely in this game, but in a lot of games. Also here we get the Hornet Ring, which is interesting, because that's Kieran's ring. You get a lot of extra lore stuff here that you wouldn't have picked up otherwise if you hadn't done the DLC first. But one, this is Artorias' grave. Big monument to him, and all these swords presumably are the people attempting to get the Covenant of Artorias, I guess, and failing. And Sif has done his job and taken them all out. But the fact that we get the Hornet Ring here, I'll show the Hornet... That's not what I wanted to do. Whatever. If we go have a look at the Hornet Ring. Boosts critical attacks, which is nice. That's parries, essentially. So after like the riposte, after the parry, the Hornet Ring on specific weapons will do a special animation, but it also does more damage. One of the special rings granted to the Four Knights of Gwyn, the Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord's Blade Kieran. By boosting critical attacks, its wearer can annihilate foes as Kieran's dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies. So, as we know from the DLC, Kieran actually was the one who started his grave, and we gave her Artorias' soul so she could, like, put it to rest, as it were. And so here she is still laying next to his grave. Seems... To her dying day, she came here. It's worth noting that is a female body. Most bodies in this game are actually male. There aren't very, very few female bodies, but that there is a female body. You can see the cloth over the sort of breast area, as well as the loincloth, whereas men just have the loincloth. So, till the end of her days, or at least when she knew she was dying, she came to finally rest by her at least friend? It's hard to say. Grief. I agree. And, as apparently goes, we saved Sif, which allowed him to come back, and at least he was with Kieran until the end, I suppose. But that cutscene there is very, very sad. I'll see if I can resync the audio in post, just so it's better for you guys. But for me, it was out of sync, which is a shame, because it's the best cutscene in the game, as far as I'm concerned. Or one of the best cutscenes, anyway. But we can see there that Sif recognizes us and gets a lot softer because he can smell us. But then he howls in pain and picks up the sword, as is his duty, to protect the Covenant... I didn't show the other ring, actually. His job, which was to protect... the Covenant of Artorias, which allows one to traverse the Abyss. This ring symbolizes Knight Artorias' covenant with the Beast of the Abyss. Its wearer, like Artorias himself, can traverse the Abyss. This is needed for a specific boss. The Four Kings. To get to the Four Kings. The Four Kings are in the Abyss, so therefore you need this ring to be able to go and fight them. It's very, very sad. A duty-bound Sif will fight you for it. I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. I'll cut and I'll be... Actually, I'll just use a homeward bone. I can't be bothered. I was going to say I'll cut and be back at a bonfire, but I'm just going to use a homeward bone because it's easier. And I think I have about... Oh yeah, I've got like 12. I might as well use them. Which will allow us to warp back to Firelink, which will be good. But But as I said, in post I'll try and fix up that audio and visual thing. It's possible you won't even notice if I manage to fix it the way I'm hoping to. But but I'm kind of annoyed it messed up on the audio there, because as I said, one of the best cutscenes in the game. But very, very sad fight. It just makes me feel bad every time I do it. And I killed him very fast, and the reason I killed him very fast is because if you get him into phase 2, he'll actually start limping, because you've hurt his leg. And it's just, don't make me hurt dogs, From Software. It's just cruel, okay? Anyway, if you like the video, please leave a like. Well, I say liked. Can you really like Sif getting killed? I don't think so. But, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys. Okay, by the way, I leveled up my strength twice. Just gonna cut that in the end, I suppose. I'm now 33 strength rather than 31. Alright. Thanks for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.